Well, today I had many meetings. Started at 10, and there was one at 10:30, then there was one at 11, and then there was about a meeting at 1.
These days, our third expert witness, David Stillwell, can often be spotted dashing about Cambridge on his bike. He's a lecturer in big data and quantitative social science at the university. He calls himself a computer nerd, but the university prefers to think of him as the Mark Zuckerberg of psychometrics, the measurement of personality. Here's what happened.
So in 2007, basically I had nothing to do in the summer.
David Stillwell had just finished his undergraduate degree in psychology and was waiting to start a PhD. Not one to sit about twiddling his thumbs, he used his psychology degree to design a personality test and turned it into a Facebook app, the My Personality app.
And I literally just shared it with my friends, and I was watching the numbers about how many people were using the app. At the beginning there were 5 or 10, and then every time I refreshed the page, the number kept going up.
And up, and up. 6 million people took the test. In his summer holiday, David Stillwell had inadvertently created a massive database of human psychological profiles, one of the richest sources of information social scientists have ever seen. The 6 million people had all answered a questionnaire which measured key personality traits: openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. And many had also agreed to share their Facebook information.
So we ended up with a big data set about not only what makes people unique from their personality scores, but also what are people actually doing on Facebook. And that's where we started being able to do some really interesting research looking at the two.
David Stillwell set about building a computer algorithm that tried to predict a participant's personality based on their Facebook likes, and compared that to the questionnaire they'd filled in about themselves and questionnaires their Facebook friends had filled in about them too. The results were amazing.
Just given 9 Facebook likes, then the computer algorithm can predict your personality as accurately as your coworker can. If you've got 65 Facebook likes, then the computer can predict as accurately as a friend. If you've got about 125 Facebook likes, then the computer algorithm can say, you're extroverted or introverted as well as a family member. But the average person's got about 225 Facebook likes, which is almost as accurate as the prediction that a spouse would make. So in that respect, the computer or the algorithm knows you almost as well as your husband or wife.
Wow. Even the most innocuous likes are apparently very telling.
People low in the agreeableness personality trait are more likely to like the Prada brand on Facebook. So it turns out the film is true, so the devil wears Prada. Also camping, for example, it was correlated with things like conscientiousness, introversion.
So the Facebook algorithm might know that you like camping and Prada, and David Stillwell's research might allow an advertiser to figure out that that means you're introverted and disagreeable too. David Stillwell says there's no evidence that Facebook's using your activity to make a psychometric profile of you, but it could do, and other companies certainly already are. He's worked with some himself.
What we provide to the brand is a list of keywords that they might want to use to target their adverts at different psychologies. We've looked at, can we sell the same hotel in 2 different ways based on the recipient's personality. So if we know the recipient is a kind of a family person, then we'll market that hotel in a way that makes it sound like, this is a place you can take your family and it will have fun and the kids will have fun. If it's an extroverted person, then we might say, this is a very cool place, it's a party place.
So the hotel group can tell Facebook to put its advert aimed at introverts in the newsfeed of campers, and the advert aimed at extroverts in the newsfeed of people who like partying. A few months ago, one UK insurer announced it would price customers' car insurance based on their Facebook activity.
Saying the word excited may suggest that you're ever so slightly more likely to be extroverted and ever so slightly less likely to be a good car insurance risk. Once you start using exclamation marks and you're saying things like so awesome, then together they're all adding up to potentially a consistent signal.
But Facebook blocked the insurer's move, citing privacy concerns and that it had clear guidelines that prevent a user's Facebook information being used to make decisions about eligibility. But David Stillwell says, played right, our Facebook information could prove valuable to us, as well as to the companies that want to target us.
The future could be that these companies, these algorithms are like your personal butler, so they understand you best, they can find you the best products for you, and they can provide those products in a way which is most likely to be interesting for you.
But he also says there is a danger the information we give out on Facebook could be used against us. Most of us don't really understand just how much we're giving away about ourselves on Facebook and how that information's being used. And as our next expert witness warns, it's not just companies who might be using Facebook's algorithm to really get to know us, it's politicians too.